man, this is our territory.
You know, Donna, I don't care whether the play's good or bad. Your beauty alone would carry it for months.
Thank you, Rico. That's a very lovely speech. I'll see if Howard can write it into the play.
Why should Fabian have the say about everything? You should decide on your leading man.
Don't worry, Rico. You'll play the part.
Remember me, Mr. Fabian? I just finished 6 months on the road with Cornell.
I'm sorry, you're not the type.
And no dignity.
Shut up. Oh, who were you with last?
Well, the last thing I was with was
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But
It really doesn't matter.
I was with... I'm sorry. You're too young, but keep trying. What's your name?
Kerry, Roger Kerry.
Well, I'd like to hear you read. Let me have a script, will you, please? Now, you be Claudia. And, Mr. Kerry.
From the beginning?
If you please.
He's with her.
Temporarily.
Howard, are you busy?
Yes, my dear, I'm busy finding a leading man for you.
Oh, but that's not necessary.
No?
No. Rico is going to be my leading man.
Oh, well, that does simplify matters, doesn't it? And a very good choice, too. Rico, you know I've always liked your acting. In fact, I'm so enthusiastic over your choice, Donna, that I'm going to start Townsend on a publicity campaign right away. Excuse me. Townsend,
Rico moves in.
Unless you find some way of getting rid of him.
As personal relations counsel, I should say, inform Mr. Cesaro it's impossible for us to engage him on account of a previous contract.
Which we shall make as soon as possible.
Howard, what is he talking about?
The infernal idiot has signed another leading man. Giving him an iron-bound contract.
Fire him. Fire them both.
I have an iron-bound contract, too.
He hired my leading man. I want to see him.
Here, you. You can't walk out on us. You've got a contract.
Certainly, you've got a contract. He's been with Reinhardt. You know Reinhardt. Fine background. Great prospect.
What's his name?
His name? Smith. No. It's Owen Jones.
But my name is...
If Fabian says it's Jones, it's Jones.
Donna, this is Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, I've just been telling Miss Alvarez that you've been signed as her new leading man.
4 years with Reinhardt. 4 long years.
I'm very glad to meet you, Miss Alvarez.
My dear, he has a contract. If he goes, the show doesn't open.
Now look, yeah, see, we had... Hey, boss, you know you're the greatest street singer in the whole world? Sure, why don't you join us? In 3 minutes, you make a $15.
$15?
How much you make? Well, we made, how much was it?
Yeah, how much? Yeah, we had the first day we had for that. How much did we make?
$15.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, that's right. That's fine.
Sure.
That's good. I'll take it.
$15, boss.
4 long years with Reinhardt.
you had told me then. If you had only cared enough to tell me.
We'll try it again. A little less enthusiasm, please, Mr. Jones.
If you had only told me then. If you had only cared enough to tell me.
It was because you left me. That's why I did whatever I have done.
Well, it won't work, Townsend. 3 weeks of rehearsal and still he can't act. And Donna's going to tell him so within the next 10 minutes.
He's hopeless. He'll ruin you and the play.
I'm going now. If you want me, if you need me, Claudia, I'm going. That's you, Miss Alvarez.
I'm not being temperamental, Howard. I'm calm, I'm not even angry. But I can't go on with this. I've tried, I've done my best. But that man, he can't act. He simply cannot act.
Well, at least, Donna, dear, give me another day or two until I can get someone else.
There's Rico.
Oh, there's always Rico. And I'll promise you I'll give Rico all the consideration he deserves.
I've had enough. I feel humiliated, embarrassed.
Miss Alvarez, I've had some of that, too. As a matter of fact, I've had all that I can stand.
Let me tell you something. A street singer trying to be an actor.
Oh, you've done everything possible to make me quit. Well, I'm quitting. But not because of you, because I want to. Act with you, be your leading man, not for $1 million.
Why, you...
You want Rico Cesaro to act with you? Well, lady, you've got him. 2 bad actors, you'll be great together.
Oh,
Come on, get out. Come on, get out. You can't come in and out. We're rehearsing.
What's the matter? Can't you tell me here?
No.
Here he is. Now, look. Once again, we ask you, won't you please join the corporation?
Another. Ain't you got me pride, mister?
You boys have been hounding me for 3 weeks. Can't I have any peace?
Listen, boss. We just hold a conference. We make you one more proposition. We give you 51%. How do you do?
Say yes, and we'll go right over and wait 52nd Street. Look, it's just been paved.
All right, boys, I haven't anything better to do. Strike up the band.
Wait,
Well, did you find him?
I'm sorry, Chief. I searched every avenue, street, and plaza.
Did you try the alleys?
I did try them.
I want that man. I need that man. My radio program needs that man. Will you stop that noise, or must I call the policeman?
Mine alone, though we never have met.
Say, that's the guy we've been looking for.
Huh? Don't stop. Keep right on singing.
You are waiting for me, I know. Dreaming dreams like mine that constantly remind you. We were made to love each other long ago. Mine alone, we are strangers and yet I'll know you when we meet on that day of days. You'll be mine through a chance, through sweet circumstance. You'll be mine alone, always.
Rico's perfect. He's even better than he was in Romance for Three.
And that lasted all of a week.
Yes, but we haven't got time to make a good job of defending Rico now. It's 7:30, Donna. You're due at the broadcasting station at 7:45.
Why, on an opening night of a new play, do you have to drag me to that horror of horrors, a radio station?
Ridiculous.
What's ridiculous about $2,500? Now, Donna, all you have to do is to utter a few well-chosen words, which I have already chosen, into the microphone, pick up a check for $2,500, then on your way back to the theater, and a new triumph.
It's clean, dignified, and great publicity for the play.
Oh, Miss Alvarez. I'm George Henderson.
How do you do?
Henderson that doesn't float, but it cleans. Clean soap for every purpose. Oh, here's your script. We go on the air in 5 minutes. Come, I want you to meet our Mr. Kerry.
Oh, Mr. Henderson, there's a little matter of a check.
Oh, yes, I know. A mere trifle. My, we haven't much time. Miss Alvarez, this is Mr. Kerry. Now, come with me and I'll give you that check.
Right. Hello, Miss Alvarez.
Jones.
Kerry. Roger Kerry.
Oh, a new name for every job?
No, my real name for a real job.
Oh.
Thanks
For what?
for firing me. Think of it. I still might have been an actor in your company. You mustn't step close to the microphone. Keep very quiet and stand very still. And after I've sung my second song, I'll introduce you.
I'm not going to stand anywhere and listen to you sing. I go on first, naturally. There are 1,000 people at the theater waiting to see me act.
There are 6 million people waiting to hear me sing.
I've got the check and it's certified.
Give it back. I'm not going on.
Oh, but you've got to go on, Miss Alvarez. Why, you've been announced from coast to coast. You can't refuse now.
Be paid. Legal tender. Certified.
I'm not being temperamental, Mr. Henderson. I'm calm. I'm not even angry. But I have a new play opening, and I must be at the theater in a very few minutes. Either I go on first, or I won't go on at all.
Oh, is that all? Oh, Roger, Miss Alvarez goes on first.
I guess you're right, Mr. Henderson. That is the best spot for her. By the end of the program, the audience will have forgotten, and let's hope forgiven her. We always carry spares for temperamental actresses.
You common street singer.
Quiet. Quiet. Quiet, please. 7:45, and once again, Henderson's. Makers of It Doesn't Float, But It Cleans, a clean soap for every purpose. Henderson's proudly present Roger Kerry, America's new star of song, and his own variety program, featuring tonight, on the eve of the opening of her new play, that dynamic personality, South America's greatest star, Donna Alvarez.
I'm so glad to see.
What is the meaning of this?
Through my window pane.
I thought I was to go on first.
Don't talk. He's on the air.
Stop him. Do you hear me? Stop him.
Yes, I can hear you, and so can 6 million other people. Think of your public. Think of my soul. Wait a minute. Now, be reasonable. Donna, don't be unreasonable.
Unreasonable.
It's all a mistake. I had nothing to do with it.
No, he can explain everything.
I tell you, I made up my mind. I'm not going on the air.
Oh, my foot.
Dear Donna, don't you know that man Kerry wants to drive you off the air? Of course, if you're going to let a man like that force an artiste like you to surrender, I can say no more. But I'd hate to see you let that man make a fool of you.
Who's going to make a fool of me? So that's the idea. Trying to keep me off the air. I'll show him.
Now, Donna, be dignified.
Yes, be calm.
It seems the ideal of my dreams lives for me. I live for love because I know that life is complete when two hearts beat in sweet sympathy. In love I find the charm of spring, the tang of fall, the balm of spring, the summer skies, the cheer of winter too. I live for love, love and that I
Is that the end of your song, Mr. Kerry?
Yes.
Then I suppose now it's perfectly all right for you to introduce me to your audience of 10 million? Or is it 20 million?
Just 10. My friends, the task of being a master of ceremonies on the air is an arduous and often thankless one. It isn't very often that the opportunity comes, as it has come to me tonight, to present a person so glamorous, so beautiful, and so gracious as that inimitable star whose name and beauty are known the world over. Miss, of course, Miss Donna Alvarez.
And it isn't often that I am given the privilege of being introduced by a gentleman so charming, so courteous, as that household word, that idol of millions. By the way, what is your name?
Get him? Yep, and as soon as I catch my breath, I'm going to tell you a thing or two. What am I? A press agent or an office boy? Chasing all over town after theater tickets. You can get a good office boy for $15.
You can get a better press agent for $12 a week.
I think you're crazy to pay $15 to see any show. Tomorrow they'll be selling for a verse and a chorus.
You think we'll be there on time?
Sure. I've got the best motorcycle escort New York can offer.
Come on, let's get going.
Wait a minute. I haven't caught my breath yet.
Come on!
Tell your mistress Achilles has arrived in response to her wishes.
Look at him. Who ever heard of an ancient Greek wearing a mustache?
Maybe he's rewriting history.
Wish me luck, Howard.
From the way Rico has started, you'll need lots of it.
Thanks, boys. You can count on us for the benefit.
Okay.
I command you... I command you...
I'm sorry, sir, but you have the wrong seats.
You're quite comfortable, Mr. Kerry. May I go on with the play? I command you, Achilles, to lead the attack.
For you, dear lady? I told her you was here. That's the trouble.
What did she say?
I don't know them South American words, but she said plenty of them.
Oh, come on. We're not built for this kind of work. Let's go home and go to bed.
Achilles, from the office.
But Donna, my dear, won't you listen to me for
But
just a
I
moment?
tell you, I'm insulted. I feel embarrassed beyond words. Why did you have him thrown out?
I couldn't have the man thrown out for sneezing, my
You
dear.
could, but you didn't.
Donna, dear.
I don't want to hear any more about it. The play is a failure.
An unfortunate occurrence, my dear, but the play will survive.
An unfortunate performance by Rico.
Can't we go home now?
Hey, taxi! Taxi!
George A. Nathan between acts, and he says his only regret is that he never can find words to express what he thinks about you, Rico. I see.
I was right. I
told you she'd come here.
She had to. There's nowhere else we haven't been. We and the flowers.
They couldn't take it.
No wonder. They can't stand nightlife. 9 clubs and 2 hotel grills in one night.
We'll keep nightclubbing and hotel grilling until she listens to my apology.
What are we sorry for? Seems to me she owes us an apology. $15 a seat for that show?
Well, in a few moments, the morning papers will be out.
I don't want to read them.
We'll find the review under the obituary notices.
I've been insulted all night. Now I'm going home.
Good night.
Well, now you're taking it much too personally, Rico. You weren't the only reason the show flopped. Good night.
Please, Rico, don't be angry. It's lovely music. Dance with me.
In my present mood, I'll dance, but badly.
How about 2 drinks for 2 gentlemen?
In my present mood, I would drink, but badly.
I beg your pardon. When I started out to try to apologize to you, these flowers were fresh.
Better luck at the next nightclub.
These drinks are no good. I can still see Rico.
I've seen enough of them. We must get rid of them.
Even you might have trouble doing that the way Donna feels about
And
it.
if I could separate them even for 10 minutes, I'd feel less like a potential murderer.
Look, I spent 4 hours and $110 trying to apologize to Miss Alvarez. I can't. But I'm going to get something for my money. I'm going to apologize to you.
No apology is necessary, really.
I couldn't have done the play much good.
You couldn't have done that play much harm. That was already taken care of by the man who took your job.
Here she is now, coming over to the table. Hurry up.
Roger, my comrade, now is your chance to apologize.
My flowers, where are my flowers?
Oh, here they are.
You've been sitting on them. Miss Alvarez, I've been trying to find words to express how sorry I am about tonight. Please let these express it for me.
There it is. Get it.
I had nothing to do with it.
Rico, take me away from here.
Now, if we had that bit of action in our play, it would be a hit.
But most undignified.
Oh, come on. Come on in here. What is it?
Open door so much. I say nobody home, everybody coming.
Look. How do you like that? What do you think of this, huh?
Mac! He's responsible for this. Where is that guy?
Good morning.
Yeah, it's a great morning. Read this.
Oh, second earthquake in a month. That's kind of overdoing it, isn't it?
Mac, that's not funny. I've got enough to apologize for now. She'll think I framed this, too.
Well, all I've got to say is I'd like to see her face when she sees it.
I had nothing to do with it. You ought to know that I wouldn't approve of anything so undignified.
You oaf, you dolt, you! Hello. No, it's not a beautiful day. Who? Roger Kerry. Oh.
Oh, really, Miss Alvarez, it's not necessary for you to apologize to me. I insist on apologizing to you. Oh, but I insist.
You know you've got 2 phones on that line, my friend. Why don't you stop bothering with that dame?
I'm going to bathe, shave, get dressed. I'm going to buy a new flock of flowers and go over to her house and apologize.
Please sing for me that beautiful, dreadful music.
He's in love, shame on him.
A fellow has to shave, a fellow has to shave. When his whiskers are conspicuous and he looks a bit ridiculous, if he wants to be meticulous, a fellow has to shave.
A man who never takes a shave, who looks as if he left the cave, is the man we need. Oh, yes, indeed. Long may his whiskers wave. He's smirking, he's fussing, he's raving, he's cussing.
Where's my razor? Where's my soap? And where's my shaving brush?
He's in love and so he has to shave his pretty much.
Where's my razor? Where's my soap? And where's my shaving brush?
Why is razor on his the soap and the shaving brush.
Hurry up, 'cause I'm in a dreadful rush.
Hurry up, 'cause he's in a dreadful rush. Here's your razor.
Here's your soap.
And here's your shaving brush.
Which is the water?
Which is the what?
Which is the cold and which is the hot?
That is not what you mean to be told me. Which is the hot and which is the cold? Which is the cold and which is the hot? The hot, the cold, the cold, the hot, the hot.
This is the cold and this is... Oh!
Please sing for me that beautiful, dreadful music.
A fellow has to shave, a fellow has to shave. When his beard becomes detectable and he looks a bit ejectable, if he wants to be respectable, a fellow has to shave.
It's the good old Powers College, faithful and true. Ray, ray, rah, rah, ray, ray, rah, rah, baba, baba, baba.
Oh, how soft and smooth and creamy, if my girl could only see me.
Meeny, 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 miny, mo. Sam, Jake, Joe.
Where is my shaving lotion?
Where's the shaving lotion?
I poured it in the medicine chest.
He poured it in the medicine chest. He poured it in, he poured it in, he poured it in the medicine chest.
I can't get into motion without my shaving lotion.
I only wish that girl of his had fallen in the ocean.
Where is my shaving lotion? Where is my powder too?
Is this your shaving lotion, the one that you request?
Where did you get my lotion?
'Twas in your medicine chest.
Is this your shaving powder?
It is, old man, you know.
I found it neath the bathtub where the cucarachas grow.
He's in love, he's in love. Shame on him, shame on him, shame on him.
A fellow has to shave, a fellow has to shave. When he wants to show virility to a lady of gentility, when he wants to use humility, a fellow has to shave.
Oil lamps of China. Oil for the Chinese way. Use our oil, it will not spoil and it will not give you cramp. Oil for lamps of China. Oil for the sake of you. Oil for oil and oil for oil. That's a Chinese
Hiya, dear.
Have you seen this?
Oh, yes, dear, I've seen everything. You know the show closes Saturday night.
I've read the reviews.
Yeah, it's been a fine mess all around. In fact, the only pleasure I had out of it was turning down that offer of Henderson's.
Who's Henderson?
Oh, he's only the man that paid you $2,500 for going on the air for 5 minutes last night.
Well, let him pay me the same again. It's all right with me.
Ah, but you're forgetting, my dear. He also pays Roger Kerry for going on the air every week. When Henderson saw the picture this morning, he wanted to put you on the air with Kerry every week from now on at a salary of $2,500 a week for you. But of course, I said no immediately.
I'm insulted.
So am I. After all, what's $2,500 a week?
Of course. What is $2,500? Every week?
52 weeks a year.
It's preposterous.
Yeah, that's just what I said. And just what Kerry said.
He said? What did he say?
He said he wouldn't go on with you for all the Rajas, rubies in the world.
Really? Well...
As a matter of fact, my dear, the man's afraid of you. He realizes that in a few weeks, his accidental popularity would be gone, and you would be the star.
The coward.
But Henderson told Roger Kerry that if you wanted to go on the program, Kerry could not keep you off. And when Kerry himself said to me...
What?
That you would be an instant failure on the air,
He said that about me? I'll go on the air for nothing a week.
Oh, no, I wouldn't allow it.
I'll show that street singer he can't laugh at me. I'll show him. Clementine, My coat. We will go and sign that contract now. I will go on the air. He can't laugh at me.
Well, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Keep your hand up.
Everything's been fine. Everything's been great so far. Now, why can't we all act like human beings? Get into your clothes and let's go to rehearsal.
I've been on the air now for 3 weeks with Miss Alvarez. The programs have been satisfactory, haven't they?
More than satisfactory.
All right. Now listen. I've been lenient, I've been courteous. But the time has come for me to put my foot down. If Miss Alvarez doesn't want to go to the studio to rehearse, my apartment is available. Airy and easily accessible. She can come here and rehearse.
Now, Roger, be reasonable.
I'm not going to her apartment to rehearse.
Okay, I agree with you. I'm on your side, but why take it out on me? Is that final?
Final!
Final. What are we going to do about it? He won't come here and you won't go there. How are we going to have a rehearsal with you two a mile and a half apart?
It's all very simple. We won't have a rehearsal.
Mr. Kerry, forget that Donna is the backbone of the program. She gives it an air of charm.
Thank you, darling.
I have a thought. Why not rehearse in my apartment? Then you won't be giving in to him and he won't be giving in to you.
Where do you live?
62nd Central Park West.
Well, that's closer to me than it is to him. It's a moral victory. I'll go.
All right. Now, that's good enough. That's good enough. The orchestra will play 8 bars, while I'll take the high road. We'll go into the commercial, then the theme song and the finish.
Just a minute, boys. I'll go through the minor own song.
Not right now, Mr. Kerry. I'm going to brush up on my monologue.
Let me point out to you that we've received 8,000 requests for mine alone.
And let me point out to you that my monologues are putting this program over. Isn't that right, Mr. Henderson?
You're both right.
Well, recite away, but I'm going to sing. Ready, boys?
I will. Tell me not in mournful number. This song.
Who?
Life is real. Life is burning.
No, that's all.
Where are you going?
Horseback riding.
The rehearsal all through?
It is, as far as I'm concerned.
But you've got to do a broadcast in a couple of hours.
We'll be there on time.
Hey, if I had known that Donna was going to be so hard to handle...
Now, Donna's all right. It's the combination of Donna and Rico that's causing all the trouble.
Well, can't we get rid of that matinee idol? Can't we ship him out to the coast 3,000 miles away?
No, it's too close. And the weather too nice. It must be someplace further away and much more unpleasant.
Say, I've got a branch office somewhere down in South America. The weather and business is terrible. And the mosquitoes, some of them half a foot long. And they hate actors.
Well, it was a successful farewell party. Everybody had a swell time at Rico.
And did you see the cabin I got him?
Probably the most uncomfortable cabin I have ever seen on any boat. Nice work, Mac.
Thanks.
Well, now for a little work on this end. Now, what do you boys think about a nice romance between Donna and Kerry? Wouldn't it be a boost for the program?
Not a bad idea.
You're going to get busy with the papers and play up this Donna-Kerry romance.
What romance? They're having a bit of use for each other.
Well, they can trade punches in private life, but in the newspapers and magazines, they're Romeo and Juliet. Now get to work.
Romeo and Juliet? Well, that's different. There's a lot of prestige behind Shakespeare.
Hey, babe. Get me Winchell, Skolsky, Sobel, and Sullivan. Yeah, one at a time.
Strange how the reports about our romance persist, despite all that Howard and Townsend are doing to stop them.
Mac is working 24 hours a day, but still the stories keep cropping up.
I don't mind publicity, but when the stories haven't an ounce of truth to them.
When they're so utterly false.
When we're not even friends. Sing that song for me, just once again, won't you?
While alone, we are strangers, and yet I'll know when we meet on that day of days, you'll be mine through a chance, through sweet circumstance. You'll be mine alone,
Well, I think we've milked this romance business just about dry. We need a new angle.
All right, they split. That ought to be good for page 1.
Don't say split, say disagreed. Sounds more formal.
Mac, you've hit it. I'll get busy on the phones. Say there's no hope of a reconciliation unless, of course, their fans write in and demand one. Tell them to address their letters care of the Union Broadcasting Company.
Hello, Charlie Blue Blood?
Give me the desk.
This is Tom
Hello, Ed.
Morgan.
I got a
I have
hot
some
one
very
for you.
distressing news.
Roger
for you.
Kerry and Donna
Roger
Alvarez
Kerry and Donna
split.
Alvarez have come
Sure,
to a
they're
parting
wider
of the ways.
apart than Aunt Minnie's front
very
teeth.
definitely.
Got enough
It
pictures?
was a
Need any
very
new ones?
dignified disagreement.
Well, it's a pleasure seeing you two.
We want you three to be the first to know.
We're getting married.
Right after the last broadcast next week. Here's the license.
Hey, yeah, Charlie, I was
What do you
surprised.
think?
Yes, what give up?
Kerry marries Alvarez
Donna
next
Alvarez
Thursday.
and Roger Kerry
Yes,
have been
I know. I
united
was
in
just
matrimony
kidding.
next week.
Getting ready for April Fool's Day.
Disregard my other
Sure,
statement.
I know April Fool's Day is 10 months
Just
off.
a bit of humor, that's all.
All right, I'll get them down in a few
Charlie,
minutes. Marriage
one would
license
be
and all.
splendid.
Well, isn't somebody going to congratulate us?
Congratulations.
I'm the happiest man in the world.
You should be very happy.
Come on, come on. They're waiting at the record for an interview and a 4-column photograph.
Wait a minute, we're through.
Oh, never mind that. Come on, we haven't got much time. We've got to be late.
I really ought to go along and see that McNamara doesn't get them involved in any vulgar publicity.
Townsend, you know something?
What?
If Donna marries Kerry, if Donna marries anybody, there goes our meal ticket.
Well, this is a fine time to think of it.
Townsend, we must get Rico.
I see.
Well, Howard, my boy. Great work, Howard, great work. Here, look at this. The kitchen where Donna Alvarez will prepare with her own hands the meals for her husband, Roger Kerry.
At the same time, cook our golden goose.
I want them to get married on the air at the end of our last program. Instead of the theme song, we'll use the wedding march. Then next season, we'll feature them as the newlyweds. Then the year after that, as the perfect family. Oh, by the way, tell them to rush that, will you? I'll get out a junior-size soap for babies.
Mr. Henderson, I am forced to lecture you on the facts of life.
What? Who, me? I'm 57 years old.
Mr. Henderson, what happens if and when Donna marries Kerry?
What do you mean?
Look at the record, Mr. Henderson. The stars of the entertainment world that enter into matrimony may gain happiness, but they lose that which is much more valuable.
What may that be?
Popularity, Mr. Henderson, popularity. The public resent the marriage, just as they will resent Donna marrying Kerry. And that resentment grows. It focuses on your product. And before you know it, Henderson Soap Smells is a national slogan. And your sales will sink until they are no longer visible to the naked eye.
What happens to my business?
Through. Finished.
What happens to me?
Finished in spades.
We must do something.
By getting Kerry that job at the casino, I've succeeded in postponing the marriage a week. Now we must keep on postponing it. And who knows, if we're clever enough, maybe they won't get married at all.
Do anything. Stars gone, sales dropping. No business, no product. Start all over again. I can't understand it. 5 minutes ago, I was a millionaire. Now I am bankrupt. 30 years to build up a business, then poof, overnight, ruin. Here I am practically in the poorhouse, and they got this place lit up like Coney Island.
Good evening, Mr. Henderson.
What are you doing here?
Now, just sit down and calm yourself, Mr. Henderson. I have a little figuring to do. Decorations, orchestra, food. I know a caterer. We might knock up a little there. It'll cost you...
Cost me? What'll cost me?
Howard Fabian is going to let you throw a masquerade party for Roger and Donna. You know he's the greatest theatrical producer in the world.
He's crazy.
Yes, but think of all the fun you're going to have. You'll come dressed as Napoleon.
Napoleon?
Fabian has a little plan. He's going to have the happy couple pestered so that they'll think twice before getting married once.
Well, it's a nice plan, all right. But can't he pester them without a party? Why should I be hooked for this expense?
Well, of course, if you're going to be penny wise and pound foolish. Well, after all, it's your soap.
Oh, all right. How much will it cost me?
Well, now, let me see. We're practicing the strictest economy. I should say, almost $2,000.
$2,000?
I see.
Now, don't worry, they're not married yet, and I'm doing all in my part to discourage the idea. I've been seeing that they haven't been left alone for a minute, and this party is just another step in the campaign.
Yes, but it's a pretty expensive step.
Please, Mr. Kerry, may I have your hand out?
If you let us have this one little dance, we'll answer all questions and sign all autographs.
All right, then just one dance. That's a promise.
Thanks.
Nice work, ladies and gentlemen. Now, in a few minutes, you can start storming the library.
When do we get paid off?
Don't change the subject.
Say, how do you know when to stop washing your face?
Fine state of affairs when we have to flee into the wilderness for a little bit of privacy.
I don't mind. It's a very beautiful wilderness.
My darling.
Oh, look, Roger. A dream house.
Right now, to me, it's a hideout.
How lovely.
I'll say this, our courtship may be brief, but it has all the privacy of a heavyweight championship bout.
That's the price we pay for being famous and in love.
We might just as well build a glass house to live in.
That wouldn't be so bad. Think of all the sunlight.
But what will happen when we want to be alone? Throw out a smoke screen? Listen, Donna, it isn't funny anymore.
Well, what can we do? Give it all up?
Exactly, why not? We're in love, but we'll never be happy. They won't let us be. Ours will be a romance under glass.
But our careers.
Our careers. Donna, we've got to make a choice. It's either our careers or our happiness. Which is it to be? Listen, Donna, let's be different. Let's quit at the top. We've got all the money we want or need. Let's enjoy life now, not later from a wheelchair. Let's quit while they're still shouting our names and singing our praises. Let's bow out to applause.
We could do the things we want to do, see the things we want to see, off to Europe, round the world, anywhere our hearts lead us to.
We'll hunt lions in Denmark.
Never heard of lions in Denmark.
Well, that's all right. We can report them. We can do all those crazy, topsy-turvy things. Climb Mount Everest, swim the Nile, discover new continents.
I want to discover Africa.
Africa's been discovered, my dear.
Oh, shucks.
But then there's the East and West Pole. In the mad rush for the North and South Pole, they've neglected them.
That sounds topsy-turvy enough. We'll do it.
Thank you, Mr. Kerry, and thank you, Miss Alvarez. I've got everything, including the kiss. See you at the wedding. Mr. Kerry, you did your promise.
My good people, I assure you my name is not Roger Kerry, nor is this beautiful lady Miss Alvarez. We're just two salesmen trying to sell the happy couple some insurance. Think of it, darling, no more of that.
Not in Denmark.
And the people at the West Pole are forbidden by law to ask for autographs.
See? I told you. They've been out getting drunk.
Where have you two been and what's this all about?
Howard, we're going to shoot lions on top of Mount Everest.
And plant the American flag at the East Pole. In short, Fabian, you are looking upon two artists who are retiring forever.
Who are what?
Retiring forever.
We have all the money we need or want.
And we're bowing out while they're still applauding.
Why wait until you have to enjoy life from a wheelchair?
You're crazy or drunk, or both.
Why do you say that, Townsend? They are doing the only sensible thing.
Of course.
I have always felt that to people in public life, a happy marriage was impossible. I was saying that to Townsend only the other day.
And very eloquently, too. Only the other day.
You two kids don't know how wise you are. Take happiness to the deuce with a career. After all, what is fame? Townsend, get Bowman Fletcher on the phone for me.
Beaumont Fletcher?
Beaumont Fletcher? America's greatest playwright?
Yes, my dear. I want to tell him I think I can get Lily Ainstree for the role instead.
Lily Ainstree? For what role?
Didn't I tell you? Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, Fletcher called me the other day. He's written a new play. I read it. It's a masterpiece. He says he wrote it just for you. No, now, don't you consider it a moment. Go right ahead with your plans. Retire, be happy. It's the only thing. Besides, Lily Ainstree is a fine actress.
How long do you think the play will run?
A Beaumont Fletcher play? Strictly highbrow trade. Oh, just a few weeks. But what a glorious few weeks. Lily Ainstree will probably take a dozen curtain calls a night.
If I couldn't get 24 curtain calls on a Fletcher play, I would consider myself a complete failure.
My dear, if you were to play the part... No. Look here. I know what's in the back of your mind, and I tell you I won't permit it. You're going to marry Roger and travel and forget all about the stage and curtain calls.
But if it's only for a few weeks. After all, it's a Fletcher play, and Lily Ainstree will ruin it.
Donna, you're going to do nothing of the kind.
Now, don't let her do it, Roger, my boy. Don't let her ruin your happiness.
It would be criminal.
Would you mind letting us alone? We're going to thrash this thing out.
Argue with her, Roger. She'll be the talk of the town. 24 curtains. They'll call her the greatest actress since Bernhardt, but it won't be worth it. Let Lily Ainstree have the applause as long as you've got love. Come, Townsend. We leave them alone while they thrash it out together.
Ah, see?
Just this one play. And I am through. After all, it only means postponing things a few weeks.
But there'll be a Fletcher play every year. You won't quit.
You're unreasonable.
Unreasonable? Don't forget that I'm giving up a career, too. But I won't change my mind at the first offer that comes along.
There's no basis of comparison. There's a difference, you know, between the theater and radio.
You bet there is. And let me tell you that
Yes, I know. You sing to 10 million people. Well, let me tell you that Roger, are we going to have a silly quarrel?
Donna, if you go through with this thing, there'll be something more than a quarrel.
Well, we can't discuss this calmly in your present mood. If you feel more amiable in the morning, my number is still Eldorado 86471.
And from the latest reports, Trafalgar 86532 is still my number. Good night.
Hello? Hello? Yes? I'll hold the wire. Yes? Who? Rico. When did you get back? I see.
Yes, I was glad to get out of the place. Oh, by the way, I read about your romance. He's a lucky fellow. Oh, I'm sure everything will be all right. Just a lover's quarrel, that's all.
Then you're going to be our leading man in the play.
Oh, incidentally, Donna, I understand I'm supposed to play opposite you in a new play.
I was reading it to you, and it's great.
I was reading it to you, and it's great. Oh, I'm sorry, Donna. My English. Been away so long. What I meant to say was Mr. Fabian was reading the play to me, and it's very good.
Yes. Howard says Fletcher wrote it especially for me. Dinner tonight? I don't know, Rico. Well, yes, of course I would like to see you. All right. At 8.
It'll be wonderful seeing you again. Goodbye.
Darling.
Darling. When am I going to read this new play of yours?
Oh, just as soon as I can dig one up.
You mean to say you haven't got one yet?
Oh, there are thousands of plays floating around. One of them is bound to float our way. Well, did you get in touch with Fletcher?
I did.
Has he got a play for us?
He hasn't, but he's working on one right now.
Oh, fine. When will he be finished?
In 3 years.
3 years? I've got to have a play in 3 days.
Well, maybe if he hurried.
I've got it. We'll revive Romeo and Juliet. I can do it for 20,000.
Well, I don't mean to be impertinent, but where are we going to get the 20,000?
From Henderson.
Well, who's going to revive Henderson?
Who took the message?
Toyo.
Are you sure you made yourself quite clear?
Very clear, Miss Donna. I said to tell Roger, that is Mr. Kerry, that you said you'd left 2 tickets in the box office in his name, in case he cared to come to the opening tonight.
Do you think he'll come, Clementine?
If he loves you, he'll be here. And he loves you.
Oh, flowers for Miss Alvarez?
Yes, sir.
Tickets for Mr. Kerry, please.
This is the Roger Kerry Fabian was speaking about. He doesn't get in.
I'm sorry, there must be some mistake. There are no tickets in your name.
There must be. Miss Alvarez. All right, I'll buy a pair.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're all sold out.
Okay, I'll take standing room.
There's no standing room allowed.
See, I'm going to see the show tonight.
Listen, you can stand here and argue if you want to. I'm going around the corner and see the flea circus.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, pardon, sir, your tickets.
I haven't got any.
We just can't give you a ticket, sir.
But I'm going to get in
Well,
here.
I'm sorry, you can't
But
get
you
in.
see these fellas, see, I bought a ticket before.
You cannot get in.
But I tell you, I'm going to get in here.
You're not going to get in.
Get in at the side door.
You're scoring a triumph. Listen to that applause. You're the most beautiful Juliet I've ever seen. When they were talking about your performance with that first act.
Please. I would like to be alone.
Just proved my contention that the public likes something dignified.
I hate to tell you this just before you've got to sing, but they're here at the casino together.
Who?
Romeo and Juliet.
Who?
Rico and Donna.
Have you ever heard the airman's song when the night is dark and the journey's long, when the clouds are black with rain? Have you never heard the airman sing when the rain comes down with a blinding sting, when he can't endure the strain? This is his refrain. Song the night wind sings. Somebody's eyes are watching the skies. Don't grow weary now. Silver
So nice seeing you, Rico. Welcome back.
Thank you. Nice seeing you.
Sit down, Roger. Thank you, I will. Sorry I wasn't in when you called.
I didn't call.
Ah, that explains it. Did you get my message?
No.
That's not strange either. As a matter of fact, I didn't leave any. As a matter of fact, again, I didn't call.
Shall we dance?
With pleasure. Just a minute. There's a little matter I'm a bit hazy about. Maybe you can help me out.
Yes?
Who was the author of Romeo and Juliet? Beaumont Fletcher?
You insult my intelligence.
But I thought it was for a Beaumont Fletcher play that you wanted to postpone our marriage. A play that happened once in a lifetime. That was the only thing that could postpone our wedding.
I did not come here 5,000
Shut up! Listen, Donna. I'm asking you once again. Let's give them all up. William Fletcher, Beaumont Shakespeare, and all the rest.
A chance to be Juliet?
Then we'll never be married. We'll never be happy.
Just a 4 weeks run?
You people aren't giving the orchestra a chance, you know.
Then we're all through. We're all washed out. What's the difference? Who knows it?
If you wish to break your engagement to Miss Alvarez, there are no doubt several reporters present. Why not announce it to them?
Well, here's something new in announcements.
Rico.
No, Romeo.
Look where thou art, Romeo.
I've said it 3 times already, and I'll say it again. It was all my fault. Roger is a spotless angel, wings and all. And if you marry Rico, you're a bigger fool than Townsend C. Morgan.
I protest.
Shut up.
I'm marrying Rico because
Because why?
I love him.
Ah, see?
You see, rats.
Oh.
Hi, Mac. Hello, Anderson.
Howard? You look beautiful, my dear. Beautiful. You too. I'll have that junior-sized soap out yet. We'll feature Donna and Rico as the newlyweds. Then the perfect family, just as I planned.
By the way, where is Rico?
I haven't the slightest idea, but we won't worry about him.
Now, I've got dignity.
Not with that cravat.
Hello.
Why are you here?
I heard about the wedding, and naturally I came to extend my best wishes.
It's no use arguing.
I'm not arguing, my dear.
I'm going to marry Rico.
I know you are. That's why I came here.
Oh, thank you. They're very lovely.
I hope Rico liked it. Goodbye.
Aren't you going to wish us luck?
Donna, I wish you all the luck in the world. You've chosen the man you love. That's all there is to it. Goodbye.
But Roger, you don't understand.
Drive on, Toyo.
Wait just a moment. I'm not being temperamental, Roger. I'm calm. I'm not even angry. But if you hadn't been so stubborn...
It's all right, Donna. Let the dead past bury its dead. Let the sleeping dog lie.
Yes, but listen.
No. You wanted success, fame, light, your public. I wanted something different. Since that's not to be, so be it.
Yes, but a little patience, a little common sense.
No, you go your way and I'll go my way.
Donna! Donna, wait! Donna!
By the way, here comes the groom. Yep. There comes Rico, and here goes Roger.
And here comes Donna.
Donna! Donna, wait! Wait for Rico! Donna!
You'll be mine through a chance, oh sweet.